How much do you know about the history of solar energy? Let's start our journey from the beginning. As far back as the 7th century BC, innovative humans found a practical use for sunlight. They harnessed its power to light fires, using crude magnifying glasses as their tools. Direct sunlight, concentrated and focused, became a source of fire, and therefore a source of energy. Several centuries later, around the 3rd century BC, the Greeks and Romans advanced this use of solar energy. They used mirrors to concentrate sunlight, lighting torches for religious processions and ceremonies. A similar technique was adopted by the Chinese around 20 AD, using what were known as burning mirrors. As we continue our journey forward in time, we arrive in the 1200s AD. Here, we find the Anasazi, predecessors of the Pueblo Native Americans, using solar energy for warmth. They built their homes facing southward on high mountainside cliffs, capturing the sun's warmth during the cold winters. This innovative use of solar energy for heating was one of the earliest forms of passive solar design. Fast forward to the late 1700s and early 1800s, scientific researchers found a new use for solar energy. They harnessed sunlight to power ovens during lengthy sea voyages. This marked an important step in the use of solar energy for cooking and heating purposes. They even learned to use solar energy to power steamboats, marking the first use of solar power for transportation. These early uses of solar energy were innovative and practical, making the most of the abundant power of the sun. But, as we'll see, the true potential of solar energy was yet to be discovered. The early days of solar energy were full of innovation and practical uses, but the best was yet to come. The 19th century brought about significant advancements in solar energy, ushering in a new era. One could say it was the dawn of a solar revolution, where science and sunlight began a dance that would change the world. At the heart of this revolution was a young French physicist, Alexandre Edmond Becquerel. At just 19, in the year 1839, Becquerel discovered the photovoltaic effect, the process by which electricity can be generated from sunlight. He found that by focusing light on an electrode submerged in a conductive solution, electrical current could be produced. This was a groundbreaking moment, yet the photovoltaic power it generated was inefficient. But as with all great discoveries, it sparked a chain of innovation. In 1873, Willoughby Smith, an English engineer, discovered that selenium had photoconductive properties. This revelation led to another in 1876, when William Grills Adams and Richard Evans Day found that selenium, when exposed to direct sunlight, could generate electric current. This was a leap forward, but the best was yet to come. In 1883, Charles Fritz, an American inventor, took the baton and ran with it. He created the first known solar cells using wafers of selenium. Although the efficiency of these cells was still low, Fritz's creation was a milestone. He is often credited with inventing solar cells. Yet the first solar cell patent wasn't issued until the year 1941. This chain of discoveries and innovations marked the birth of the solar cell, a turning point in the history of solar energy. Each link in this chain, from Becquerel to Fritz, played a crucial role in paving the way for the solar technology we see today. Their tireless work and dedication to harnessing the power of the sun have left an indelible mark on the world. Indeed, the birth of the solar cell was a turning point in the history of solar energy. The 20th century witnessed a leap in solar technology, culminating in the creation of the modern solar cell. This period marked a pivotal moment in the history of solar energy, as scientists and inventors made great strides in harnessing the power of the sun in ways never before imagined. In the heart of this revolution was the creation of the first silicon photovoltaic, or PV, cell. This groundbreaking event took place at Bell Labs in 1954 by a trio of innovative minds: Darrell Chapin, Calvin Fuller, and Gerald Pearson. This silicon cell, though it could only convert sunlight at efficiency levels equal to 4%, was a beacon of potential, a glimmer of what could be achieved with the power of the sun. It was seen by many in the scientific community as the true precursor to the solar cells we know today. But let's rewind a bit. Before the silicon photovoltaic cell came into existence, there was another significant milestone. In 1941, an American engineer and semiconductor researcher named Russell S. Ohl had a brainwave. He realized the immense potential of solar energy and took a decisive step that forever changed the course of solar technology. Ohl patented the modern solar cell. This was more than 100 years after Alexander Edmund Becquerel's discovery of the photovoltaic effect, and it marked a turning point. Ohl's patent was the spark that ignited the flame of modern solar technology. It set the stage for the creation of the silicon photovoltaic cell and the many advancements that followed. From these pivotal moments, solar technology has continued to evolve, becoming more efficient and more accessible. Today, solar energy is no longer a novelty but a necessity. It is an integral part of our daily lives, powering everything from homes and businesses to vehicles and gadgets. The modern solar cell paved the way for the widespread use of solar energy that we see today. With each passing day, we continue to build upon these foundations, pushing the boundaries of what's possible with solar energy and shaping a future that is sustainable, clean and bright. From the 7th century BC to the present day, solar energy has come a long way. It all began with innovative humans using sunlight to light fires, a practice that evolved into the Greeks and Romans using mirrors to focus solar energy for religious ceremonies. As centuries rolled on, our ancestors found ways to harness solar warmth for their homes, and scientists began to power ovens and steamboats with the power of the sun. The game changer arrived in the 1800s when a young French physicist, Alexander Edmund Becquerel, discovered the photovoltaic effect. This sparked a series of revelations and inventions, leading to the creation of the first solar cells by Charles Fritts and the first silicon photovoltaic cell at Bell Labs. Solar energy has a rich history, filled with remarkable innovations and discoveries. As we look to the future, it's exciting to think about what the next chapter in the story of solar energy will bring.